Hey, this is Notser, and this is the Tier 6 Premium American Battleship Arizona. She has 12 356mm guns, 18 secondary guns, 43 AA defense rating, a surface detect of 14 kilometers, top speed 22.1 knots, total health 57,200. For my modules, reduced crit chance on main armament, improved main battery range, reduced the chance of flood and fire, faster rudder shift. For my commander, situation awareness, basic survivability, basic firing training, expert marksman, superintendent, and advanced firing training. We're on the map, Two Brothers, and I have been working on my Montana commander. I've been using my premium ships, as you should, to level up a commander in the same faction. There's no limitation on class. I can stick my battleship commander that's associated with my Montana in my Atlanta, my Marblehead. If there was a destroyer, I could do that too. World of Warships is so superior to World of Tanks. Crew, commander, system, and the premiums, how they work, it's night and day. It almost looks anti-consumer the way the World of Tanks team does it, and I don't know why they won't change it. Surely they're talking to each other. So, whatever. As far as this is concerned, I'm playing the Arizona because some people are like, hey, is this the new Sigma or the old Sigma in my first impression of the Arizona? I'm not 100% sure. That's a hidden stat. I can't tell you for certain. I did record it very close to the release date because I prefer to have good information than first information. So we'll see how it works out. This is obviously, it's less than a week old video. You're going to see the damage and the ribbon stuff, so there's no trickery going on here. This is a current patch game of the Arizona. However, I know she's not available anymore. She will be available at some point, so it's not too late. I'm sure they're going to release it again. One interesting thing that's happening as you're watching this right now, the public test server is up, and it's going to have a couple changes to the game, and I, of course, will be exploring it, make a video, and share my thoughts. But now, finally, we're into the game. I tried to engage that enemy Mogami. Unfortunately, he turned away. But this Fuso is not turning away, showing a perfect broadside, so we're going to let it fly at the waterline. He gets the idea a little late, it looks like, and I sort of chain fire just to make sure, and we do. 2 citadels for 27,000 points of damage. Yeah, I'd say that worked out pretty well. Unfortunately, he's only at 3k, behind an island. I can't engage him, even if I could. I've got to wait on my reload. So someone on my team could take him out. And I don't think anyone has line of sight, actually, which is funny. We're going to have the chance to get to the other side of the island and attempt a kill shot. And initially, I'm going to go, okay, let's go with 2, see if that works out. I'm going to watch it fly. The first one does no damage, so I'm like, I need the other 2. And we don't. We don't need the other 2. I take them out. The enemy Arizona fires on me. I drop my speed in response to seeing the flash. And he overshoots. So we're looking good here. Friendlies are trying to engage the Arizona, and the Arizona has slight angling. Right now, it wouldn't be an ideal shot, but you never know. He might soften his angle. I am considering the enemy cruiser, the Mogami. You really should work through destroyer, cruiser, battleship in that order. Obviously, you want to be able to engage effectively, so I fire at the Arizona at the waterline, and conveniently, he softens his angle. So we've got what looks like 9k and another 10k, so we did 20,000 points of damage in another salvo. We're already up to 50,000, and the game is only 5 minutes old. So it's looking pretty good. We're going against a pretty heavy flank where there's plenty of targets. Cleveland is going to take a couple enemy torpedoes, unfortunately, and he is far forward. He is dealing with multiple enemy cruisers engaging him. The enemy destroyer shows up, and he's behind an island, well away from me, so I don't have to worry about him. But I can't engage him. So the next best thing is to continue against the Arizona. He's sort of angled away, but it's not quite as much as he probably would like. He adjusted in response to my fire, and I basically do nothing. 5 shells ricochet. The angle was too great. His response was correct. And that's all you can really do. You can only work with what is available to you. If the player is aware, they should be able to avoid the shot. Now, one thing that we've always worked on is the alternative battle interface and the time to target. That basically is the amount of time the enemy has to react. 7 seconds he's going to get to react to my shell flash. Now that's a pretty good amount of time. You could completely change your angle. You have to predict the angling of the target to really effectively engage him, and I don't lead the Cleveland quite as much as I would have liked. Plus he angled away. Now he's continuing to fire on me. I am going by the old adage. 1 fire is okay, 2 is not. So I'm just going to let the fire burn. Enemy torpedoes are incoming. The Atlanta avoids it. We're taking a little bit of AP. Not much damage. Ooh, the enemy Mahan is 9.5 kilometers away. That is a fair distance that I can engage. And I try and set up a pretty fair lead. It's about 3 times, and that's pretty average for a destroyer. And we get pretty good damage. Pretty good indeed. 6k, 6,000 points of damage against the enemy destroyer. I'll take that. I think the Arizona actually ran into the island. Plus he's got a friendly cruiser that has to avoid him. So this is trouble for them. We're sort of spread out, engaging different targets. We're not focused as a team. Now, the Atlanta was too aggressive. He obviously was way too far forward. I'm not going to throw my ship away. I can't, even if I wanted to. It's just so slow. The enemy team could just run circles around me if they wanted to. The Arizona frees himself. No, he ran aground again. Oh, he's dead in the water right in front of me. We aim for the water line, and we didn't get the dispersion that I would have liked. A couple shells hit a little short. And that is a little unfortunate in the moment, because now we're a little overextended. We're going to take a little bit of fire damage, just a touch. And if you noticed, we're the low tier. This is the performance of my ship in a low tier battle. It's not half bad, right? Yeah, I mean, the Arizona's accuracy really does make up for everything else. If you can be accurate, you can do a lot of damage to the enemy. Now, I think this is the kill shot. Yes, it is, but we needed all salvos. Ugh. The enemy, Mogami, sets 2 fires. I put the fires out. He's probably going to send his torpedoes. No enemy Japanese cruiser gets that close and shows that much side without sending their torpedoes. Plus, he hasn't fired recently. So, I think he's actually been a little bit too bold. He ran aground with a perfect broadside showing. I only have access to my back guns, but I set up a waterline shot, and we take him out. Here come the torpedoes, do 27,000 points of damage, and I'm probably going to take a torpedo. I'm going to try and fit myself in. Oh, will I be able to fit? I think I am. I think I can. Of course, the Cleveland sets us on fire. More torpedoes from the other enemy, Mogami. So we're just going to try and maximize the distance from the torpedoes. You never know. Maybe he's too far away. And of course, that enemy's dead. All I have left is the enemy Cleveland and the enemy Mahan. And I would love nothing more than to citadel this Cleveland all day. We do take out one of his guns. That's pretty good for the Hipper. The Hipper will definitely appreciate that. And the Hipper should easily be able to take this guy out. Ooh, my front guns are available. He still has a pretty fair angling, but if we get one friendly dispersion, it will work out. Ugh, doesn't. He's probably going to die to the Hipper. Yeah, he's dead. Ooh, the Hipper did not get the kill. The New Mexico, all the way in the back, got the kill. That's interesting. Now, where is the enemy destroyer? Is he in the smoke? No, actually, he's dead. We did it. We won the flank. And as bottom tier, it's far more impressive. They're playing, oh, you only post with your top tier. I post the best game that I can get, okay? I do this every day. I'm not picky about a good game. But it is impressive when you're bottom tier and you're able to contribute as much as the Arizona can contribute in a game like this. And you really need to keep that in mind. Most bottom tiers, they're just trying to survive, maybe add a little bit of damage, but they're not carrying the team. That just doesn't really happen. And when it does, you need to take notice. I'm not saying I'm good. I think I know where to place my shots. The Arizona's accuracy holds up, so you can exploit and punish players that make critical mistakes in critical moments, running into an island, showing your broadside for too long, running into an island again. These things, you just can't make those mistakes and expect to beat a player that's aware of the weak points of a ship. So I really do think my first impression is accurate to how the ship performs right now, and she performs great. I really do enjoy my Arizona. It's probably, it is my favorite US premium ship right now. It could be changed. They could add in a ship that I just love, and then I would have to reconsider, but for now, she's a beauty. She's got it where it counts. She really does. Now, I'm working my way towards the enemy base and the enemies on the other side of the map, but the weakness of the US battleships, at least until tier 8, is the speed. It's really hard to relocate and save your teammates. You're pretty much committed, and we are committed to probably not running into the enemy. And as we work our way towards the end of the match, I'm going to talk about the patch that I'm going to be previewing tomorrow. 0.5.9 is going to have smoke changes. It's going to introduce the smoke ring finally to the normal client and not just some mod that you download. And that will be interesting. They're also going to make it more consistent when a destroyer is using smoke, when he's detected and when he's not. Situation awareness is going to be given to everyone by default. You will no longer have to spec into it as a commander, so everyone gets 1 extra point for something. Assault mode is being introduced for co-op. I like to see it come into the normal game where high tiers are going up against a bunch of low tiers. The German battleship line will be in the game files and super testers will be playing it. However, I'm not a super tester, and even if I was, I couldn't share that if I wanted to. It would be completely worthless for my channel. But that's just a couple things that they're doing in 0.5.9. I'm excited. So this game worked out pretty well. Unfortunately, I was just too slow to ever get back into combat. I did earn Devastating Strike, 3 kills, over 100,000 points of damage done, 1,679 base XP. All of the damage done came from main battery, of course, as it should. I hope you enjoyed this game, I hope you have a fantastic day, and I'll catch you next time.